My name is Charles, and first of all, I am a true antique enthusiast. I love spending hours in flea markets, thrift stores, and antique shops, hunting for treasures that tell stories of the past. You can probably imagine that my house looks like a kind of quirky museum, filled with decorative objects from different decades, old books, tapestries, and even vintage clothing. It was during one of these expeditions that I found a new antique store in a small alley off the main street of my town. I was looking for a birthday present for my girlfriend, Kim. She also shares the same hobby, so I wanted to give her something that would surprise her. I entered through the hanging strips of fabric at the entrance, looking around and seeing a variety of things. The cashier gave me a brief greeting. "Hey, need anything?" "Oh, just browsing." "Looking for something specific?" "A gift for my girlfriend." "Well, Don Juan, if you want to take a look at the jewelry," he said, pulling out a metal box from behind the counter and placing it on the surface, "there might be something she likes." We talked a bit more about it. I shared a little about how I met Kim, our common interests, and picked out a pendant for her while exploring the rest of the store. I came across a whole shelf of VHS tapes at the back, from stuffed animals to encyclopedias, until, in a small corner, at the end of the store, I found an entire shelf of VHS tapes. I had recently acquired a VHS player, and although I had some tapes from my childhood, like The Lion King and Similin Guido, I was looking for more options. I decided to search among the titles and find one that caught my attention. It was an untitled tape in a plain black cover. The only thing identifying it was a label on the side that said, "Sleeping like an angel." The writing was elaborate, as if each letter had been drawn with artistic precision. Intrigued, I brought it to the counter. By this time, the cashier had already set aside my purchase and wrapped it. "Oh, you like the classics, huh?" "I actually don't know, but the name intrigued me." "Ah, yes, I won't give you any spoilers then. It's an amateur film, so don't expect high quality." I bought the tape for a symbolic price and hurried home. I made a cup of coffee and decided to play the tape while sipping the hot beverage. The machine's noise began as the grain dissolved, giving way to a dark image. Nothing. I strained my eyes a bit, and slowly, the camera's vision seemed to adapt. It was indeed a vast blackness, with nothing. A dark room, except for a thin strip, also dark but less intense, with a slight bluish tone. I focused on this gap and saw a bed. My bed. I was lying on it, asleep. I began to recognize the angle from which it was filmed. It was from inside my closet. I froze in fear. As the tape progressed, I saw myself moving and tossing while asleep. I felt sick, on the verge of vomiting. The ambient sound was disturbing, almost sepulchral silence, except for a shallow, almost moaning breath, and odd excitement, mixed with a light laughter at times. The tape displayed a date in the lower right corner, 05/01. A week ago. Whoever it was, they probably weren't there anymore. A shiver ran down my spine. I decided to return to the antique store and see who had left the tape there. Maybe find some clues or, at the very least, get rid of it and try to forget. As I entered, I noticed that the attendant was now someone else. A young woman with a ponytail and a cap. "Can I help you?" she asked. "Oh yes, I came here earlier, bought this tape from your colleague, but it's kind of strange." She seemed a bit confused. took the tape, examined it, typed something on the computer, and nodded. I think you may be mistaken. This tape is not ours. I'm sure it is. Ask the other guy, the one with the goatee. Sir, we didn't open this morning. We had an emergency. So I believe you might be mistaken. There was something wrong. Listen, is this some kind of prank? If it is, well done. Congratulations, but that's enough. She genuinely seemed more confused. You're scaring me. She was serious. I decided to leave, bringing the tape with me. I stopped my car in front of my house but didn't get out. I didn't want to go in there. I didn't feel safe in my own home. I decided to call Kim. I needed to talk to someone about this. She answered after the second ring. I began to tell her the story, and when I was about to mention the attendant who had disappeared, she interrupted me. Look, Charles, this isn't funny, you know. Stop trying to scare me. But I'm not trying to scare you. It's true. I have the tape here with... She sighed with annoyance. I can see you. I can see you through the window, behind the bushes with the camera. Seeing me? Wait, is someone with a camera there? Someone? Oh, Charles, except that your prank didn't work. I can see your face from here. By the way, how are you talking without moving your mouth? Is it ventriloquism, or are you asking someone to imitate you? Either way, I'm glad you put in so much effort, but you know I don't like this kind of joke. Kim, listen to me. Stay on the line with me. I'm coming over. I sped through the street. I probably got a speeding ticket, but I had to get to her house. I don't understand. What's happening? A few moments later, the call dropped. I tried to split my attention between the road and the phone, dialing her number. Call not answered. Tried again. Nothing. Finally, on the third attempt, she answered. Or maybe not. Through the phone, the only sound echoing was the breath, shallow and fast, almost anxious. Kim, is that you? The breath quickened. I'm coming, okay? Stay safe. I continued the call, but no other sound was heard. Now, I'm parked in front of her house, but I don't know if I'll go in. I feel like a coward, but not without reason. From the front of the house, I can see, in the second floor window, Kim. She's smiling, looking at me, and in her hand, held up to her eye, she's holding a camera, recording me. Aren't you going to come in? Her voice comes through the phone, while her figure in the window remains still.